What's up, y'all? Respect the Chat podcast back in the building. It's officially official. We're back at it. Couldn't be more than happy to be back at it. Rich is here.
What's up, everyone?
Frankie's here.
Hey, what's going on?
I'll tell you what.
That is right.
But tomorrow, we got a heck of a day tomorrow, folks.
Here we go.
Tomorrow, we got the Oktoberfest at my house. All the cousins, all the friends, and the family and relatives are coming up. We're going to be picking pumpkins, wearing costumes, eating hot dogs, and all types of other stuff going down. And then at night, we get the grand finale, the champ, the 145 and 155-pound champ, Conor McGregor making his comeback again, back into the octagon against Khabib Nurmagomedov, if I even said that correctly, which I think I did.
Good.
That was pretty good, right?
It's like Nurmagomedov.
I speak Dagestanian on the weekends. I'll tell you right now.
I'm just gonna call him Khabib.
But we also have on the
Showtime Pettis.
not the prelim. What is that? The
Oh.
what's the one before the co-main
event?
The co-main event is Tony Ferguson and Anthony Pettis. So first question tonight I have for you guys is, tell me who you think is going to win, Ferguson or Pettis. Tell me a little bit why and what round, if you have one, or a draw, whatever it may be. Frank, you go first on this one. Ferguson or Pettis?
Out of all the fights on the card, I think this is the biggest lock. Like, if you wanted to bet, I wouldn't bet against Tony Ferguson. However, saying that, I do want Pettis to win.
Okay.
I think Tony just does everything better. I think he either knocks him out or chokes him out in the second round.
Wow. Okay, so you got Tony winning in the second round, but you'd like to see Pettis.
Yeah, I'll be rooting for Pettis.
All right, Rich, what do you got, Ferguson or Pettis?
I gotta go Showtime Pettis. I'm just a huge fan of him.
Okay.
Watching his last fight, you kind of saw clips of the old Showtime Pettis.
Yes.
And I think that's big. I think he's back. I think he got the confidence back, and that's what he needs. He was dominant. He was the youngest champ ever in the UFC.
Yeah, man.
So, he definitely has what it takes. So, I'm going Shogun. I mean, not Shogun. Showtime Pettis.
Right.
So, I'll go. I'm going to go the distance. I'm going to say it's going to be a decision by Showtime. He's going to get it done.
Okay. I'm going Showtime Anthony Pettis, round 2. I just think he kicks Tony up a wazoo, kicks him in the head, kicks him in the chest, kicks him in the leg. Tony's coming off that in the nose everywhere. Or who knows? Or in the nose. Or both. Okay, I agree. Tony's coming off that ACL, surgery there. Tony's got a weird game to him, but I think Pettis is locked back in. He's so dynamic, like you said, Rich. He was the youngest UFC champ, and the only guy that I can remember that was on a Wheaties box, man. I mean, he was going to be the superstar.
Was he the youngest, or was Bones Jones?
Bones Jones might have been.
Right,
He's right up there, Pettis. He's right up there.
Yeah, I think Bones Jones was the youngest, but Pettis is right there.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to go Pettis round 2, just by either by KO or just that's what I think. Round 2 by KO. He kicks him so much that Ferguson can't take it, and then he just smacks him up for the rest of the part.
I think the thing with Showtime, too, is you don't know what he's going to do. He's so unpredictable. He's all over, which could get him in trouble. Yeah. But I feel like that could get Tony in trouble, too, because I don't think Tony could, he doesn't really fight like that. He's kind of more of a, how would you say,
he's an unorthodox mover. He's like very free flowing, Tony.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have a game plan to him either. He goes in there, he adjusts. Tony's very good, don't get me wrong. I just think the kicks are tremendous, though, that Pettis has been kicking again.
You never know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
All right. Off the fence, friggin' cartwheel kick.
Off the nose. I love off the nose one. All right, here we go. Main event. We got Conor versus Khabib. Who do you think's going to win? Give me a little bit why and what round. Rich, start this one off.
I still think Khabib's going to win.
Okay.
But we were talking earlier. You made a pretty good point that, I didn't really see the weigh-ins, but you were saying that, Khabib kind of looked a little like drawn out a little bit from the weight cut.
Yeah, at least to me.
So that could be a factor if he did do that. If he did like drain himself with his weight cut. Mm-hmm. But I still think he's gonna get it done. If not, he's just gonna out. I bet you his conditioning is way better than Conor. I've been saying it every time you ask me the question. Yep. I just think Conor's conditioning is going to be a big factor in this fight.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Khabib third round. And it's going to be a TKO. He's just pounding ground on the ground TKO.
Okay. That's a Rich guy. Rich got Khabib, third round, doesn't really want to go that.
No.
But that's what he thinks in his head. Third round, smack down, beat down, clobber down. mauls him like a bear
Pretty much.
type move there.
And we all know where you're going.
Well, hold on. It ain't my turn. It's your turn. What do you got?
Well, you
Khabib
know
or
what?
Conor?
I bet some money on this fight.
Oh, nice. All right, let us into that then.
And so what I bet was third round, Conor TKO.
Nice.
Or knockout. It doesn't specify.
Right.
Or, submission, but that's not going to happen.
No.
So here's my thought process behind it. And we watch every single Conor fight.
Yeah.
Me and you, right?
Yep.
This is the first time that I'll be rooting for Conor McGregor.
True.
So that's a little interesting.
It is very interesting.
I'm actually excited that I get to root for him.
Oh, yeah, feels good. When
This is
he
my
knocks
first-
the other guy out, you feel like you're in his corner. It's the greatest thing ever. So that's what you say, right?
So here we go. I'm going to give you the breakdown. First
Hit me.
round, they feel each other out.
Okay.
Not much happens.
Okay.
The second round, Conor gets mauled, but gets back up and survives.
Okay.
In the third round, TKO.
Wow.
I could see
He
that
figures
going
out his
exactly
distance.
like
He figures
that.
out how he's coming in,
Wow.
and he times the left hand, and that's it.
All right.
You know what? I like that prediction.
Conor on the ground, he would have to keep moving in order
He's
to
gonna
not
get
get
mauled.
completely. If he gets mauled, it's gonna be hard for him to get up. But I know he's been training.
We've seen people take
Yeah.
the beating.
Yes, we have, and I
Now,
agree with you.
That
It's-
could tire out his arms though, trying to hold Khabib
It could.
down to.
Yeah, but Conor doesn't have power as much as he has precision and accuracy, and that takes a while to go away. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
more than just raw power.
Which I think he also has too, but I think it's more precision and timing, like you said. I want to go first round. I'm gonna go first round. I think he does the same thing he did to to Eddie Alvarez that he's gonna do to Khabib. He's gonna gauge his distance, and then he's just gonna throw some hands to see where he's at. Khabib's gonna shoot at him. He's gonna sprawl or move out of the way. He's not gonna take him down, and then he's just gonna ding punches off his head until it's game over. And he's lights out, and he's back on the floor again. I would love to see him catch him with the same one that he caught Aldo with, like a little bit further
He
in the
knew
fight. A little
exactly what Aldo was
Right,
going to do, though.
right.
That's why that was so
Yes,
perfect.
Yes,
Khabib is going to walk straight at you, but he doesn't know exactly what punch he's going to throw
right.
first.
I don't think his head. And that's what it comes down to. I don't think Khabib's head movement is good. And he's gonna be on a line, and you can't be on a line with a guy who just trained for 12 rounds against the best boxer in the world, whose hands are on point now because of that. His hands definitely got better, and he definitely put in work in the wrestling department. We'll see. This is gonna be great.
It'll be interesting to see how Khabib is prepared for such a main stage too, because
Yes.
he never even had a fight close to this magnitude, and this isn't even Conor's biggest fight,
No,
Yeah.
So
no.
that'll be interesting to see. But it'll also be interesting to see. I mean, Conor has $100 million in the bank. Khabib still lives at home with his parents and his wife and his kids. Just trains every day, goes home, goes to sleep, kisses the baby and the wife.
Yes.
Connor's living a little bit more of a lifestyle now. So it'll be interesting to see where their heads are. And I think you'll find a lot of that out in the first 10 seconds.
I think so too, but I think when it comes to Conor, and I agree with that, and that's what a lot of people are saying. I'm talking to Mabel this week. I'm with Ant. Shout out to Ant. Ant couldn't be with us tonight, but we love you, Ant. He was saying that this guy is coming from the mountains of Dagestan. He's only training this, and I hear that, and I think there's an advantage to that. I really do. But I think when Conor checks in, and he's in camp. He is in camp to fight. He's been in bad situations, like he said yesterday at the press conference. He's been on his back. He's been tired. He's been beaten up before. He knows what that feels like.
Yeah.
And now
He's a fighter.
Yeah, and that's what people need to realize. This guy is the double champ for a reason.
Did you hear what he said about the bear? He said, yeah, he's wrestled with a Dagestan bear, but he's never wrestled the Irish gorilla.
Ain't that the truth? All right, we got
I
our
have a
picks.
question for
Go
you
ahead,
real
Rich.
quick,
What you
Mike.
got?
You've been saying that he had a lot of training with a good wrestler. You don't know his name, right? Like
The
a
wrestling coach that he's been with, but
How long has he been with him? A while.
from the jump, yeah.
Was he with this guy when he fought Chad Mendes?
Yeah, yes.
Now Chad Mendes, I don't
Excuse me.
think is on the same level as Khabib with takedowns and stuff.
No,
right?
no one is, but Chad Mendes is a...
But Chad Mendes dominated
Yeah.
Conor. He almost beat Conor on a week notice, and all he kept on doing was taking Conor down. And
Chad
that's
Mendes is one of the best wrestlers to ever be in the UFC, though.
Yes.
You know, he's not as good as Khabib, but he's outstanding.
But I'm just saying now, if Chad Mendes was able to do that to Conor, you think Conor's going to be able to
the game
withstand
plan isn't
Khabib.
to wrestle with Khabib. It's to not get taken down, and if you do get taken down, to get back up.
And also, I think that Chad Mendes fight he knew about him in a week's notice. You know, he was fighting.
Aldo, correct?
I think it was Aldo. I think it was Aldo the first time.
time,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was within a week's notice. He wasn't prepared, I think, for anything like that. He just got in the ring because Conor doesn't turn any fights down. Got into the ring. The first round, he was dinging shots off his head, and then he got taken down, and then he survived it, and then still was able to get up and knock him out. So the thing
People
about it is,
forget about that. Conor out cardioed Chad Mendes in that fight.
well, I think if Chad Mendes had a full camp, it
Yeah.
might have looked different though. Also,
But look at when Nate even took him on the ground. Like, I feel like once Conor's on the ground, he doesn't really know what to do. I mean,
now he does, and this is why I thought this was a good question, is because he's been training with Dylan Dennis now for the last probably 5 fights. Who's a top level jiu-jitsu practitioner, top level, numerous world championships in all types of jiu-jitsu tournaments and worldwide, whatever it may be. I think he's like 20 to 30 pounds heavier than Khabib. So he's been training with him. So this is a guy who's very good at jiu-jitsu and, you know, similar aspect to wrestling in a way, you know, different, but yet those takedowns, the keeping you down and all that stuff and whatnot. But training with him, training with a heavier guy, I think Conor is more than ready for this guy.
I think it's easy to point out Conor's flaws when you look at his past performances, but one thing you have to keep in mind is pretty much since he's been in the UFC, he's fought only the best of the best.
On almost no notice.
The best
That
at
is true.
everything, the best at jiu-jitsu, the best at striking. I mean, he beat Max Holloway, who's a killer. People forget about that, and that was early on, you know?
Yeah.
And Khabib hasn't really had those type of opponents. They
But this
haven't had
man-
the same type of opponents. So it's easy to look at Conor and be like, yeah, but when he fought this guy, he got choked out. Yeah, but Nate Diaz is one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world.
Well, he's also one of the best guys standing.
Right.
true.
And you do
Nate
have to
Diaz's
take
record
that
is
into
terrible.
consideration. It'll be interesting to see how Khabib performs against a top-level guy.
Right.
There's something like Khabib never lost a round. That's something to take into consideration.
Yeah.
To never lose a round, you're good. You know?
Yeah, oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
what?
definitely.
He's more than deserving of this fight.
You know?
that's for sure.
100%. 100%. It's a heck of a feat, and we're gonna, man, it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be so excited from the jump tomorrow, all the way into the